don't stress your mind. We coming home tonight for you. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn, baby.
Good morning to listeners and viewers of this podcast. This podcast is called Coronavirus Update, SARS-2 Update. I am Dr. Cesar Climaco, broadcasting from a secure facility in the Philippines. As of now, we have no coronavirus infection in the Philippines that has been acknowledged by our Department of Health. The 3 cases that were here or were acknowledged were people from China. So no local infection acknowledged by our Department of Health. The 3 people from China may have exposed over 300 people in the Philippines to coronavirus, but still they're all listed as people under investigation. So what do we know about coronavirus since last time we had a blog? Korea has an increase in the number of coronavirus patients, over 1,000. One of them is a US soldier. And I think the Philippines has already suspended flights from the affected areas in Korea to the Philippines. Total cases in Korea was 1,146 and 11 persons have died. I think it's more than 1,000 by now. And in Iran, they acknowledge that they have 19 deaths. If Korea had 11 deaths and over 1,000 people infected, I suspect Iran may have 2,000 or more infected patients. One patient in Iran went to Shanghai and was positive for coronavirus. So they're chasing all the people exposed by this patient from Iran. Now, the Chinese government confirmed only about 500 new cases. And I think the problem here is that they may have more than 500 and they just confirmed 500. So what should the Philippines do at this time when there is no coronavirus in the Philippines and there's no coronavirus reported in Indonesia? I think for 2 weeks they should suspend all international travel from areas that have confirmed coronavirus, such as the Middle East, Japan, Korea, China, Taiwan, maybe Hong Kong, Australia, and America. In America, there is one case of coronavirus that they don't know how she got it or he got it. So they're still investigating that problem. So should the world be wary of a pandemic? I would say yes and no. As far as we can see, according to the map on the spread of coronavirus, most of the areas affected are above the 22nd parallel. So all the areas above the 22nd parallel have coronaviruses in their country, and those that are like in the Philippines, 12 parallel to the equator, they really don't have that much problem with the coronavirus. Is it because nobody came with coronavirus to these areas? No. There were 3 Chinese residents from China who traveled in the Philippines and exposed over 300 people to the coronavirus. And yet, nobody has been reportedly positive among the exposed people or other people who may have been exposed. And there were up to now, no coronavirus in the Philippines. In Indonesia, there is no report of any coronavirus in Indonesia. And Indonesia is at the equator. I think Malaysia has some coronavirus, but I'm not so sure if there is any Sarawak or Sabah. But Singapore has coronavirus patients. Now, 80% of people who develop the coronavirus illness, it's mild to just moderate symptoms. And then the other 20% may have severe, and 2 to 3% die. The World Health Organization is remiss in just going and studying the 3% who die. They should go and find out why the 80% don't get sick. And my theory, which is better than the World Health Organization's methods, is that the 80% who survive and have mild symptoms are the ones with good immunity. So, with good immunity, they can withstand the attacks of the coronavirus. Therefore, how to improve your immunity is the correct way of going after the coronavirus. What is the same thing, or what is the similarities in the areas that are below the 12th parallel? They have sunlight. And what does sunlight do with immunity? Sunlight gives a vitamin D, which boosts your immunity. So, I would say, instead of giving masks, face masks to everybody in the areas where there are coronavirus, start giving vitamin C and vitamin D. There are no medical research that says that this helps coronavirus itself. But there's a lot of medical research that it fights viruses, germs, and other illnesses. So, on an empirical basis, give vitamin C to all the suspected coronavirus patients, all the ones who are severely ill, and the severely ill, give them vitamin C IV. And the severely ill coronavirus patients, give them silver, colloidal silver or ionic silver, inhalation. This may help them survive rather than become a statistics of 1 to 3% who die from the coronavirus. Thank you, and until next time. This is Cesar Climaco, MD, Coronavirus Update Blog.